exploring lakes, rivers, and reservoirs across the country with an unyielding goal to enlighten viewers from a fisheye perspective. Come along and we'll investigate the habitat. Much more than a fishing show. This is an eye-opening aquatic experience. Welcome to Kim Stricker's Hook and Look. In the weeks following the spawn, a few key changes occur that, if savvy bass anglers recognize, they're certain to reap great rewards. During this period, the primary focus of most black bass shifts towards the upper water column. Adult males, assuming their parental duties with bug-eyed diligence, aggressively defend their brood at this time. Females, once rested, initiate their search for nourishment, ravishing themselves on accessible forage species. In many highland reservoirs, threadfin shad will congregate in large schools to spawn over rocky shoals, points, and other hard substrates. Hungry bass take advantage of this opportunity, preying heavily on the bait fish's vulnerability. Employ the appropriate presentation, and success will likely surface.
Whoa! Ooh, that's a good one. Look at that spot.
It's early morning in the foothills of northern Georgia as the Hook and Look crew prepares to launch another season. Overcast skies prevail with a hint of mist in the air, thus creating an ideal scenario for presenting a topwater bait.
This boat hasn't been started in 3 months. And just one push of the button and that E-Tech starts right up. It impresses me every time.
Kim Stricker has gladly returned to Carter's Lake, this time to fish with his friend and founder of Carter's Lake Guide Service, Louie Bartenfield.
I gotta go fishing. Gotta go fishing.
We're gonna catch him today, no doubt. Oh God.
The carp are jumping.
That's the way to start. Get your line hit by a big old carp.
Is it bad luck to catch one on the first cast?
Let's hope not. Big one?
First cast.
Way to go.
It's a good one.
Let's hope not. Nice one.
It's a nice one. It's not a giant.
What's the matter, Kim?
Oh, that's a good fish. Yeah.
Go. Way to go.
All right. Get him now.
Nice fish. Beautiful fish.
Yeah.
Look at how pretty. Look at those colors.
That is
what a
just
color
gorgeous.
on that fish.
Look at
Belly.
the fat.
Yeah,
Carter's Lake Special.
that's right. Way to go, man. Way
First
to go.
cast.
First cast. That's what,
I can't.
first cast.
I can't wait to keep going.
Yeah.
Let him go. Man.
Our morning pattern is the rocky shoal areas. We're running these long, flat, rocky shoals. They're kind of like points. They keep the same depth for a long ways out into the water. The shad are spawning on these areas at night right now, so this is the reason we're picking these areas first thing in the morning to fish them at the lowest light possible. We're making long casts with our sexy dogs, walking them back at a nice steady pace and trying to take advantage of the low light and being able to keep these baits in this 8 to 12 foot water column for a long period of time. Oh.
Get it again, get it again. Oh, he's got it. That's a good one.
Way to go. 2 bites.
Ooh.
Way to go.
That's a good one. That's a real good one.
Sweet.
Feels like it, unless he's really.
Maybe foul hook.
No, I think it's a good one.
Way to go, man.
He's pulling.
Did it twice. That was awesome, Kim. That's what we were talking about keep walking that bait. Yeah, buddy. That is nice. Way to go. Kept walking, he'd come back and got it.
There we go. Very good.
Way to go, Kim.
Well, net.
Out of the net. All right.
Look at that. Every hook, right
hook.
down its whole side.
Yeah. You missed it the first time. He got it that time. Didn't he? Way to go, man.
All down it.
Way to go, big man.
Uh-huh. That's the chartreuse shad color. It seems they like that yellow stripe on it. Is that because of threadfin?
I think so. Threadfin are probably the primary forage, even though we have the big alewife and the gizzards, but they love threadfin. Those are just nice little, they're very abundant in here, you know.
If you like what you see on today's program, be sure to like us on Facebook as well. We'll be right back. Hook and Look is brought to you by Strike King Lure Company, #1 in fishing lures. Humminbird, simply, clearly, better. Seagar, always the best. And by Boat US Angler. Welcome back. Here to shed some light on the Carter's Lake fishery is Georgia DNR senior biologist Jim Hackala.
One of the main reasons that the spotted bass fishing here is good, both for numbers and quality, is that Carter's Lake has a great forage base. Not only is the forage base robust, but it has a large diversity of prey items available for spotted bass and the other predators in the lake. You have bluegill. Here we have a lot of blacktail shiners that spotted bass will feed on. And of course, we have shad and herring. We have both gizzard shad, threadfin shad, and newly introduced species, the alewife. The combination of the diverse forage base and the simple fact that there's a lot of forage out there produces the magnum spotted bass that we see coming out of this lake.
These fish are looking up, you know, I mean, this shad spawn going on, even late in the day, they're looking up, man. They're after that bait. And if they see this sexy dog coming across them, they're gonna eat it. We just gotta get it in front of enough of them today and find the high percentage places, but.
Ooh, there we go. One too. That's a good one.
Two with him, Kim.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Ooh. Ooh, nice fish. There we go.
There you go. There's
Good
a couple
job.
with him too. Ooh, might get the Kim.
Yes, that might help you out there.
All right, pretty little fish.
Get
Pretty little fish.
Come on over there. There you go.
Yeah, not bad at all.
No kidding.
Pretty fish.
Now you're throwing
Sexy blueback.
sexy blueback,
Mm-hmm.
which is a lot like the chartreuse shad. It also has the
Yeah, the chartreuse
chartreuse
stripe.
line. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Got a little blue on the back there, a little gray. Pretty fish. Our second pattern we're running today is the timber areas. These areas are flooded forests of trees where the shad, again, are spawning at night. We're running these areas, we're trying to keep our baits in the 8 to 12 foot range. That's where most of the fish are right now. And what better area to do it in than a timber forest? The fish can suspend high in these trees. They're constantly looking up to feed, and we're drawing them up out of them and catching them. Oh God,
that's a big one. That's a big one.
Way to go, Kim.
Oh, look at that.
Good grief, is that one of your smallmouth or what? Is he in the bush?
Did you see that jumping
What
come
a
3 or 4
jump.
foot out of the water?
That's unbelievable. Wow. That was awesome.
I don't think I've seen a spot jump that much, that high.
He's fixing to do it again. Oh, God, what a jump. And that is a monster too.
Oh, look at that.
Got him, way to go. That's crazy, man. That's like one of those smallmouth you catch.
Oh, did that thing come out of that?
That is a pig.
Oh, look at that.
It's gorgeous.
Oh.
It is gorgeous. What a jump. I mean, he flew. I mean, he quit breathing for a few seconds.
Danny, I hope you got that.
Nah.
He was in the way. I turned.
Oh. Well.
Man, did I burst their bubble. I felt horrible, but it's only so much I can see in that little viewfinder. I honestly didn't see it, but luckily, the camera did.
There you go, sir. Oh, what a bite. That's crazy. I don't think I've ever seen a spotted bass jump that high.
That much. Or that high, yes. Gosh.
What a bite.
That's a chunk. Ooh. I'm tangled all over the place, but what a beautiful fish.
Great. A pig right there, bud. Great fish.
Fantastic.
Awesome, bud. Awesome. That's just great. That's a shame we didn't get that jump.
As a rule of thumb, when I'm using topwater baits, I'll tie them on monofilament line and not fluorocarbon. Fluorocarbon line is more dense than mono, which is helpful in many presentations, but not with a topwater bait. The added weight of fluorocarbon line will drag the nose of a topwater bait down as the line sinks, hindering the action and effectiveness. This is especially detrimental to popping lures like a Spittin' King, where you often stop the bait and let it rest. World-class monofilament like Seagar Senshi is more buoyant and will remain on the surface longer, keeping the nose of the topwater bait up so it spits, pops, and walks properly.
Coming up, Kim discovers how securely the spotted bass relate to undercut stumps along the rocky shoals. Right after this.
We're catching big spots today, Kim, but this lake has a lot of big stripers, big hybrids. Do a lot of striper and hybrid trips. I've got a center console and do live bait type stuff too for families and that sort of thing. So not just bass fishing, it's just a good overall lake.
Oh, there's a big one.
Way to go. That's a big one.
Oh, man.
What a bite.
Did he clobber it? Oh, my God.
Grab the net. Oh. Awesome, man.
Right off that shoal. I'm sitting in 20 foot of water right now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a big one. He got it. Look at that in his mouth, turned sideways. Got him. Awesome. He wanted to eat that thing. Look at how he got it.
Man.
There's your big one. What a bite.
They like that sexy dog. Louie and I had so many great sexy dog catches that our underwater content has kind of taken a back seat on this episode. However, there is one real interesting observation I've got to share with you in regards to the spots holding on the available structure along the shoal lip.
Most of the stumps that are hanging on this edge are holding those schools of bluegill, and every now and then there'll be a good spot hanging with them. But you can really see how they're relating to that edge.
You think some of the fish from the flat on out behind us may have just funneled into this little deeper section of rock here as the sun comes up?
That's probably absolutely true.
You feeling any of that cool temperature change you've been talking about, any at all on this side of the island?
Oh, absolutely. As soon as I get down to that 10 foot of water, then I don't go below it. The fish seem to be above it. They're definitely holding around the stumps or the rock outcropping. They're definitely on this side now and not on the other side.
You still seeing fish over there? You're right out from the little saddle that we threw over this morning that's usually such a good area. Are you seeing fish there too?
There goes the big one. So I just saw a pig. Yes, there's definitely fish here. There's more than one, but that was a big pig. And he was holding on a big old stump here.
That's more like it right there. That's more like it.
He didn't stay around very long, but it was pretty cool. You know, you can feel the current. They're drawing the water.
Could you feel it on the other side, Kim, on the other side of the island? Could you feel it at all?
Not like here.
That's got to be another factor then. You know that's got to be another factor in why they're on this side.
Louie, make a mental note of where I am right now. Because there's a big stump in here that held that big fish. And I'm looking at like a half a dozen other spots hanging on it.
Wow. Yeah, I got you. I know right where you're at.
But this is a good stump here. This is such a cool shot. The giants underneath this stump.
That is so cool. I wish I could see it.
You see it on TV. Just hanging here, sitting here, produce a picture. There's a couple of big ones. I mean, I say big, they're 3.5, 4 pounders. And then I get a 1.5 pound, 2 pounder swim in down there.
It appeared that these spots felt pretty secure, tucked comfortably beneath the undercut stumps. Although I was tempted to reach deep within this particular stump to intimidate the big fish just to see if he would move.
Stick around. There's more great topwater action from Georgia's Carter's Lake coming right up. This portion of Hook and Look is brought to you by Power Pole. Swift, silent, secure. Deep Blue Coffee. Dive in. Ranger Boats. Still building legends, one at a time. And by Evinrude E-Tech. Power, performance, and 300 hours with no dealer-scheduled maintenance. Welcome back. The skies are clearing. The sun is warm, and after enjoying a delicious shoreline feast catered by Scott Payton at Moe's Southwest Grill, the Hook and Look crew is leaning towards a short siesta. But instead, here's Louie Bartenfield with a tip from Humminbird Lake Master.
Now, Kim discovered today while in the water that the cool water started below 12 feet, and they observed the fish, the spotted bass, holding on the break lines from 8 to 12 feet. So one cool feature you can use to zone in on that area is Humminbird's new feature with Lake Master called the depth highlight and the depth highlight range. And all you do is you hit your menu button twice, go over to your chart menu, scroll down till you see depth highlight. We're going to focus on the 8 to 12 feet, so we're going to set our depth highlight at 10 feet. And then scroll down one more time to depth highlight range. And what this is a plus and minus. So we're going to set this, our depth highlight is at 10, we're going to set our depth range at 2. And what that will do is add 2 to the 10-foot range we've set and take 2 away, which is going to give us our 8 to 12-foot range.
That'll be time to catch that one.
Yes, it would. Look at that.
Ooh, got it. There's one.
Good one too. Yep. Good one. He's jerking drag. I think he's in a tree, Kim. He's out.
Awesome.
Look at there.
Who's that?
Oh, there's 2 with him. Look,
There's
look.
a bigger one behind
There's
it.
one with him. Sweet.
They're here.
That was a pig with him. Did you see that? That was a big one with him.
Awesome.
Beautiful fish.
Oh, there's no question. You can see it's spawning.
Yep, just not far off probably at all. Probably just finished up. Beautiful. I love to look at these dots. We call it jewelry. You know?
That's gorgeous.
Beautiful. Gorgeous fish. These are great fish. Now, our weapon of choice today was a Strike King Sexy Dawg, which is a walking style topwater bait. And the way you fish one of these is really simple. You just throw it out as far as you can, and you keep about a little bit of slack in your line, and make about a quarter turn of your reel with each pop of your rod. And just a nice, steady, easy pop and about a quarter turn of your reel on semi-slack line. And this bait just darts back and forth, side to side. One thing I like to do with these walking style baits is to vary my cadence. When you get your rhythm and you've got a nice side to side motion, start trying to speed it up a little bit and even slow it down. You still want your side to side motion, but sometimes you get fish that track these baits and they'll track them for a long ways. You've seen today, sometimes we'll have 2 or 3 strikes on a cast. And one way to get a fish to commit to the bait is to speed it up or slow it down. Don't really stop it, but just vary your cadence. And the more practice you have at it, the easier that becomes. Yes, that a boy,
There we
Kim.
go.
Oh, that might be a good one.
Get down in those trees, though. Get off it. Oh, he's
that's
a big
big
fish,
one,
too.
too.
It's a good one.
Golly. Nice and easy.
Oh, I got him, I got him, I
Yes,
got him.
that's a giant, yes.
Yeah, that's a good
what we're talking about. Way to go, Kim. Awesome.
That's what Carter's Lake's about. Look at
Awesome.
that spot.
Yeah, baby. That's what's up.
Oh, man. That's worth driving 12 hours down here.
Hey, can you even remember how long the drive is now?
Look at that beautiful,
That is
beautiful
a thing.
spot. The belly.
Now, what are these marks here, Kim? These little, you see that, I'm sure, is it birthmarks or something?
I have no idea. I know what that mark is.
Yeah.
Just coming off the beds.
A lot of our big ones get these little black dots on them. We see that in the Tennessee River, too. I don't know if it's, man, that's a gorgeous fish.
Look how healthy that
Yeah.
fish is.
That one pulled some drag, too, man.
Man, yeah, don't
Heard
get
that
it.
drag.
But look at how thick those trees are. They're so
Right.
hard to get out. But
Yeah, this is
awesome.
very,
He jumped all over
way
that
to go,
sexy
buddy. Way to
dog.
go, man. Awesome. Great, great, great.
Great. Going back to your trees. Well, Louie helped in abolishing yet another myth. It's not unlucky to catch one on the first cast. Next week, I catch one on the first pass when we team up with Detroit Lion quarterback Sean Hill. I'll provide a little underwater coaching and help Sean spot a few receivers downfield as well. We'll hustle, hit, and never quit. Next week on
Hook and look.
Hook and Look is a Kim Stricker production.